And as I was sitting there in the office playing Call of Duty on my phone, a virtual assistant in the Philippines was completing my work for me, leaving me with about 2 hours of work for the day. We all know that time is our most valuable asset. Each day we are gifted 86,400 seconds to use as we wish. Most of us squander tens of thousands of these seconds on useless pursuits, in meaningless jobs, or online businesses that suck so much of our time. After running 2 conventionally successful businesses for the last 4 years, I've really understood the value of time management. I've hired a team of 20 plus virtual assistants in my businesses. I've built SOPs, learned to manage staff, learned to hire and train staff, and how to keep things outsourced. All this in turn keeps my life leveraged. Fast forward to 2021 and I decide to go all in on a new business venture, which completely fails horribly. It takes me back to zero, completely broke and in debt. The financial stress and pressure forced me to get an office job for the first time in over 7 years. And really it was my first experience of working for someone else. And I absolutely hated it. I hated the boring, mundane tasks that I had to do day in, day out, 8 hours sitting in the same office cubicle every single day. It was such a big shock to my system not leveraging my time and instead having to spend 8 hours of my day in one spot doing these mundane tasks. And so, because I hated it so much, I had the bright idea to start outsourcing my work. And at first it was just an idea, but soon it became quite real when I took one of my virtual assistants from my old business and plugged them into my workload I had within this job. At first, I had so many concerns and questions. Is this illegal? What if my boss finds out? What if I get fired and lose my paycheck? These were all the concerns that I had when I was thinking about doing this. But despite my pessimism, I decided to move forward and go all in. I built SOPs and frameworks for the workload that I had within this job, and I started to give tasks to this virtual assistant. It took a few days of consistent training to get her up to scratch and make sure that she was doing everything in the right way. When I felt she was confident enough and ready to go, I plugged her in, gave her all the logins, the resources that she needed, and got her actually started on all of the work. At first, I was super nervous. I double-checked and triple-checked her work, making sure everything was right. A couple weeks went by and I realized that no one was really paying attention. Everyone was focused on their own work, and my work that I was being given was getting complete and being done, and that's all that mattered. And so I relaxed into this process and allowed it to flow. And that's when I realized the full potential of this thing. See, my virtual assistant was doing 80 to 90% of my daily workload, leaving me with less than 2 hours of work per day. Some days I wouldn't even work more than 10 minutes. I would still have to be in the office though. We had a work from home day on Fridays, but the other days I was in the office. So here I was sitting in this office for 8 hours a day, playing Call of Duty on my phone and watching YouTube videos, trying not to get caught by my boss. And if you're getting triggered by me saying this, oh, you're scamming them of a free paycheck. No, it's called working smarter and not harder. The work that was expected of me was still getting done, the KPIs being met, and the standards that I had to achieve also being met. And I want to ask you a question to ponder on. If businesses are allowed to hire employees and staff, why can't employees do the same thing? Because learning to leverage your time is the most powerful skill set you can possibly learn. I did this for 3 whole months in this office job before I decided to transition to remote roles because I wanted to start traveling the world. And I've been traveling the world for the last 10 months now doing this exact thing. It was an incredible experience doing this within an office job and taking the skills that I had learned from running my online businesses into the workplace. And this skill set would ultimately lead me to a point where I was working 4 remote jobs at the same time, earning over $200,000 per year, working less than 5 hours per day. Leverage is the key to freedom. If you want to learn more about this exact model and how you can take on multiple remote jobs at the same time by outsourcing your work, we have a community that teaches this exact model. If you want to check it out, you can go to the link here, leveragelife.com, and find out some more info there. See if it floats your boat. Otherwise, we have a ton more free trainings we're going to be posting across our Facebook group as well as my YouTube channel here. So stay tuned for that. I love this model. It's really changed my life, and I hope it can change yours too. Go check out the community. It's an amazing place to be if you want to learn about this stuff. We really take you by the hand through the process of setting this up, how to go out and craft your resumes, send applications, find jobs that match your skill sets, get hired, and then onboarding your virtual assistants, outsourcing your work, how to get multiple jobs, how to manage multiple jobs, manage your calendar, time management, all of these kinds of things are covered within the community. So I highly recommend checking that out. Again, that's leveragelife.com, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside. And I hope you found this video insightful and made you ponder a few questions. I will see you in the next one. Peace.